Peace family, welcome back to the page. If it's your first time viewing me, I am No Fravo. Artists of different genres, just an artist in general, just trying to enlighten the masses and bring about the truth to the light, you know, because there has been a lot of misinformation that has been spread to the public. So now it's time for the truth also to be spread to the public. So that's what I like to go into, is different forms of light bringing to the darkness that we may be facing, or, you know, trying to bring light to any situation that you might have going on. At the same time, I am motivation to myself, motivation to others. So with that being said, I am, like I said, No Fravo, and I have been gone for a good little minute, been by a month or so, which is not really long for me because I have been forcing myself lately to speak more and be more vocal in every angle of life currently. That's why lately I haven't really been dropping, because real life has really been, you know, life, and I've just been trying to get things correct. And plus we just had a storm and everything was just thrown off in life, which I spoke about that in the last video. So if you want to look into that one, you can go back and look into it, because I had already knew it was just gonna throw off a lot of stuff in life, which it did. But we're getting back on track. I had to change my time. It's currently like at least probably 9 p.m. So switching up my routine, because I noticed I was not able to get up in the morning so early as I wanted to. So because I'm a type of person, I have a lot of energy when I get home, I figured, why not just start recording at nighttime? Because, you know, it just works best with my energy level. And you might have to do these type of things. You have to evaluate your life and find what's best for you, you know, because everybody's situation is not going to correlate with your situation. So you always have to, you know, be in touch with what works best for you instead of my fault. Dang, so you probably can't find your light. My thumb yet. Okay, so we're gonna jump straight into it. There has been a lot of great manifestations happening. So in order for me to keep my manifestation as its strongest, you have to keep a lot to yourself, because your manifestation can materialize depending on who listening and who you telling your information to. So you always have to be careful as to who you tell your information to, because like I said, they can, if you put people in your particular frequency more, then they have more opportunity to manipulate you and manipulate your manifestation that you have. You're projecting yourself toward, because you have to remember what your manifestation is pulling your energy toward it. But if you let other people into your energy field, they can pull your manifestation certain ways, and it can kind of throw off your trajectory of your manifestation. It might take longer, you might have to reroute, things of that sort. So you also want to be focused in on what you have going on. I have really been looking into Manly's book, which is The Secret Teachings of Life, some of that sort. But if you look up, like I said, Mr. Hall, you're gonna see Manly Hall. You're gonna see it's a real thick book. It's by some videos. He got, I think it's 3 parts. They be like 6 hours long. So, but it's a good read. It's a good something to look into. And they really just let you know more about how you was born a magician, and you are the ultimate alchemist. I haven't really talked about alchemy in a long time. That was in some of my beginning videos. I was talking about alchemy and being the alchemist, but you know, sometimes you gotta hit them with a throwback, you know, at the same time. So alchemy is turning lead into gold, or turning old into new. So we are the ultimate alchemists, and that's basically what they used to call magic, and they would call them magicians. So like I said, you are a magician. You are a born magician. So all you have to do is know your powers and, you know, learn particular tricks and particular niches that you can have in order to become that great one. We have different forms of life. You have, of course, visible life, and you have invisible life. You have the living, you have the dead. Not so much dead, but it's a change of vibrations. Because what's keeping you at this so-called frequency is this body that you're in, this encapsulated vibration. So once this vibration is out of this capsule or this temple, it's going to rise up to a higher frequency, which is this true. Because we only fell to this frequency to have the experiences. And you are at, this is the lowest frequency that you can be at, is a solid. But we are multidimensional, meaning we are different forms. You have your solid physical, then you have liquid inside of you, which can resemble to your blood. You have gases in you, which you already know. You have electricity running through your body, so you are already multidimensional, because each one of these elements is a dimension on its own. So that lets you know that you are at least a fourth dimensional being. So with being fourth dimensional, having this electricity, this particular electricity, which you can get this from a lot of terminology. Israel, the L at the end, gonna stand for electricity. It's the EL that's in electricity. So with understanding these particular things, you have developed psychic powers that either you have to have a master so they can train you, or you could have these powers from, if you don't have a current master, you can have developed these powers in a previous life. A lot of people are like, well, I don't have these dreams. Well, this is a particular form of information. It's a form of spirituality level that particular people are at a specific time. Because some people are new energies. They still have a lot of work to do, because we have old energies on the planet right now, and we have newer energies that are on the planet right now. So these things you have noticed why some people can do something and feel like they done did it 100 times, and some people it just take a little longer. But best believe that's why people who are more spiritually, that's why they're the coaches and the leaders and particular things, because it's a particular energy that people in capsules that helps others find the light, the true light, you know, at the end of the day. That's what we was talking about, we're gonna be talking about at the beginning. So most of these people who gonna have this particular energy from the ultimate electricity or the ultimate frequency or the ultimate whatever you want to call it, because everyone has a different name for it. You have to be unattached to the physical body. So whenever you're more unattached, it's easier to raise your particular vibration, because if you're so low energy, you let in things in this particular solid frequency, because we know we're multi-dimensional beings, which we spoke about. This is the solid realm. But you still have an electricity realm, you have a liquid realm, and you have a gas realm that you're existing in at the same time. But by you allowing the physical part of your life to jurisdict all the other elements that you least know that you're a part of, that's why you're at a particular frequency. But when you don't let this vibration stop you from rising, you don't let the solid realm jurisdict your emotions, because like I said, this is only one fourth of it. So the other three realms could be going perfect. You could be heading in the right direction. Electricity wise, you could be on a magnetic frequency. You could be allowing things to flow in your life, and you could be floating around. But if you letting the solid realm hold you down, then that's when you're going to slow down your manifestation. Just slow up your actual particular purpose, because we all come here with a purpose. Before we came down here, we had a purpose, and we knew exactly what we was going to be doing. Because we have trailers, which, like I said, when you lose this physical body, some people, they are meant to come back, you know, which I think that particular time is over with now. The people who come in here right now have been in the line. They already been, you know, there's things that we know. So when you're waiting on this particular physical body or this physical vessel, mobile body, whatever you want to call it, this physical, you already exist in these other realms. But like I said, you have to go through all these other realms to get to this other realm. You start off as that electricity, and you come to the gas realm, then you come to the liquid, and that's when you're inside, you're encapsulated inside of the liquid, and that's when you become that physical body. But you wait in the astros for the body, for the body, either from a master, which some people, like I said, they know these particular frequencies, and if you home your body in on it, you can actually bring yourself back to this particular vibration, which that's just something that just came to be, because some things, like I said, coming at the moment, because I was giving this message to spread. And so that was just a very creative type of spirit I had. And when I have these particular spiritual, physical frequencies that I feel, I don't want to waste it. So this is me giving that energy, you know. Some people come in as adult bodies. They call this a move-in. If the previous person has no use for it or more, or it is not usual, but we do have these walk-ins that people do. So like everybody walking around is not, you think they came as a baby and, you know, grew up in the body. No, some people walk in straight into adult bodies, and they walk around just like you and me, not letting you even know what's going on, because all it is that person vibration is leaving, because there's a lot of stuff going on that not physically seeable, and it's particular frequencies that govern those frequencies also. That's why when a lot of people dream, you can still see the police, so you can still see, because these things exist at these frequencies. Also, everything is governed until you are completely free. It's still going to be something governing every level, because that's just how the universe works. Everything has to be in check. Everything has to be, it's levels to everything in life. That's why you have to know the levels. You got ordinary people, days to centuries. But yeah, this particular energy, we got a full moon going on right now. So this particular energy, and I was going to talk about that too. I'm kind of glad I spoke on that, actually. So we have these particular energies that are here right now. Look at the sun and the moon as magnifiers. So whenever the sun travels in front of these, because you got to think about it, the sun is also absorbing these energies and it's spewing it out also. Think about the part of the sun that we don't necessarily see. It's being hit by, just like how we hit by the sun's energy, the sun is being hit by this other light, or this other physical being, or this energy that's hitting the sun, and the sun is spewing these energies toward us at the same time, you know, because it's like a magnifying. Just think of it like an ant. You get the magnifying glass, it's gonna pinpoint that energy. Now to the ant, it just see a little fire spot, or it could see not even a particular fire spot, because it's at a high frequency. It could just see a little skimp of the light within that particular frequency of what it has evolved to. So let's say, like I said, you got the magnifying glass. The magnifying glass is hitting the sunspot. It see it as like a little bright spot, because that's the frequency that its retina is catching it at. So basically, our suns do the same thing. It's like a magnifier, and we see the point of where this point of energy that all the macro background is presented to us. So the sun is not just the sun; it's actually a magnifier of this macrocosm of energy that's spewing and just going every point of the whole universe. The Egyptians believe, and I'm not particularly Egyptian or anything like that. I don't claim to be Egyptian, anything. In the end, all that endures is, you would think it's your good deeds, but it's your bad deeds, your name, and your writings, your teachings, things that actually will be helping people, and then your children, which will be automatically, you know, spreading your name and spreading your particular frequency. You are not only a human body, you are also a light body, which is an electric body. I told somebody they was electric, their soul is electric, and they just really didn't believe it. But the soul is electric. The soul, if you have electricity running through your body, you know how hot electricity is. That's spiritual energy. We got this stuff flowing through us. It's electric. Just imagine how hot electricity is. But we have this stuff running through our body, and it's not making us combust. Don't you think that's like a blessing in a way some people don't think about at the end of the day? This particular high electricity that's just running through your body, which you are pure magnetism, but this electricity, you just have to know how to control it and pull in the things that you want. Then these particular outcomes gonna be happening in your life. You're gonna see them as good luck, but it's really just a high vibrational energy, and it's attracting to you these things that you want and you desire. That's why you have to really, once you know your power, you're gonna have to use it in a particular fashion to attract the things that you really want. Because you have to, if you don't even know your powers and you doing certain things, it's just like you pulling in the wrong things, or you could be pulling in the right things just by default of having a knowing high vibrational energy. Like some people naturally happy and they naturally have these good thoughts because, like I said, in past lives they might have been working on these things. But some people, they do not have these positive thoughts, and you have to know that they're gonna be attracting not the best situations or particular realms or realities that they truly probably want, or they might not want, you know, at the same time. You have to know that these things are always there. And there's just a lot going on right now. And just the life. And I think we got elections in November. It's a big transition time. As everybody was saying, we just had this. So what I was getting to with the macrocosm, the starry background. Whenever the sun passes up these particular light waves of energy, then these is what they call Leo's rising, and Leo's, whatever that star system Leo is doing when it's passing that sun, that's what they're gonna be considering this Leo rising and this Leo falling, because Anubis is the dark star. So when they say Anubis is, you know, falling and stuff like that, they really just saying it's falling over the horizon, because like everyone knows, these star systems go around us. So it's just some things, you know, kind of with time of just reading and just trying to see what it is. Nothing but your experiences are real. All this other stuff is not really real. All you carry with you is your experiences. That's why you can't let nobody really tell you who you are at the end of the day. Because these are your experiences. These are things that you have endured. And I like to, 18 minutes in already. Time be going by so fast when you're doing this. I've been doing a lot of studying. So it's like, this particular energy that I am giving, this particular energy I've been trying to give out, but I just haven't had time. I looked into the Atlanteans, which was one of the older civilizations before, either right before or during when the Egyptians came into play, because a lot of Atlanteans went into Egypt and all these particular civilizations that were above the land, which the Atlantean was above land, where the Atlanteans was at, in Atlantis, you know, it was above land, in these particular parts of it. We know that they used to ride on dolphins' backs. We know that the city was brass, tin, and Cataline, it was surrounded by gold. Citadel. It was a city, and it was built in gold. The top was gold, the interior was gold, and silver. Like, it had a lot going on there. We don't even really truly have that kind of stuff these days. Temples and stuff built of gold, which, unless it rusted out, we won't know. Because they say a lot of these temples are actually magnetic, but they didn't rust it, because over time, you know, that's what happens to a lot of metals. Over thousands of years, yeah, she gonna get a little rusty, you know. They say that's why it's really hard to travel through particular places in the Atlantic, in the Atlantic specifically, the Bermuda Triangle and things of that sort, because that's where Atlantis was. And as it sunk, then that little area that it was in, it still had a lot of debris and it's a lot of stuff right there. It's just hard to travel over. Particular energies, it's a whole lot. Temples, you know, it's like high energies that are there. And one of my favorite stories, and I'll probably get out there after I say the story, the story of Ishtar and Tammuz. And Ishtar gonna be the female, Tammuz is the male. So you can look into the story, you know, on your own time. But I'm gonna just give a broad overview of the story. So Tammuz is on this planet, or at this particular frequency, which we're gonna call it, you can call it hell, you can call it whatever you want to call it. So Ishtar, which Tammuz is a male, he went to this land. So Ishtar has to come down in order. She's trying to save Tammuz. So as Ishtar comes down in these frequencies, as she's falling into lower realms, she has to give up something. So let's just say the first door, they be like, all right, give me your shoes. Next door, all right, give me that ring. All right, next door, give me that ring. All right, next door, give me the crown. All right, next door. It broke Ishtar down as she was falling in these frequencies to try to go save Tammuz. So find a gate, you know, as you get, she cloak, everything. Basically, by the time she got to that land, she was bare naked. And that's how people at that gate, they finally let her in the gates. And she has to go through this particular, because she's trying to find Tammuz, but he is trapped in the underworld. And the leader of the underworld knows what Ishtar came for, so they basically tried to give her some pushback and things of this sort. And I think it was a very good story. And you can look more into it if you want to, as far as the story of Ishtar and Tammuz, Tammuz, Ishtar, Ishtar. So definitely look into that. I never really knew how much particular, you know, motivation that Hermes gave to this land. Hermes, which is the staff of Tahuti, or the Hermes medical sign. It's the stick, and then it has the two serpents going, then it has the wings coming out. If you know this sign, then you will know it. But it's the medical sign they use. It's actually the Hermes sign. And now you have to ask, who was Hermes? He's not just the designer brand Hermes. Who was the true Hermes? He was a real philosopher. He actually came up with the actual aim of calling themselves that name. The ultimate philosopher. Came up with different things. Chemistry. Came up with astrology, art, mathematics, music, geography, geometry. This is where particular pi come from. He invented letters, invented the calendar, took it from 360 days to 365 days. which if you would know him definitely by that. And he's the creator of the Mysteries, which the Mysteries is just these organizations which have true knowledge of what's actually this universe is built on. So definitely look into the father of medicine, Hermes, and some of your studies. And that definitely put you on the right track of knowing what's really going on. Like I said, a lot of stuff, I didn't get through everything, but I'm not going to make the video too long because I have been, gone for a minute, and I don't just want to come back talking all wild and stuff like that. We're going to take it nice and slow. But I do have, like I said, a particular time when I'm going to be dropping videos again. Probably going to be more nighttime videos, which y'all ain't gonna be able to tell it's nighttime, lights and all this. So just know this where I'm at with it. Had to change up a particular time, and so it should be coming more videos. Really today I just pressed record and I just want to drop some knowledge on particular information that I have been absorbing, that I want to give to the masses so that we can continue on this stride of knowledge. And with this information, it's raising the vibration of you and the entire realm, one vessel at a time. So, knowing that we got 3 suns, you, the physical sun, and the spiritual sun. 3 suns, not just one sun that you actually see. But until next time, family, peace to all the guys and goddesses on the planet. Peace to all the kings and the queen. Peace to all the princes and princesses. I say. Peace, peace.